Hello, this is the Raven's Librarian with another part of Dawn of War Winter Assault, the Order campaign. And today we're going to finish off the Order campaign by doing the end mission for the Eldar faction. After having beaten the Imperials to the Psychic Gate, Farseer sets up her weapon near the Titan and gets ready for the coming storm. Because in contrast to the Imperial, who merely, is willing to consider the possibility that the Necrons are going to show up to ruin his day after he secures the Titan, and is actually more focused on fighting the Chaos and Orc factions, the Farseer knows the Necrons are coming. And that's the only reason she's here.
My brothers and sisters of light and song, terrible task falls to us. The Necrons, our ancestor foes and destroyer of our sister species, have returned. Even into this millennium, some craft worlds lie in silent ruin because of them. Millions of brothers and sisters gutted out like weak candles. We cannot abide this travesty again. To obliterate the soul itself is an act of utter, unprecedented malice that we cannot allow. The Necrons must pay for their actions. Today, they answer to us.
Farseer Talldeer, Necron monolith sighted.
So it is. Every battle must be a war unto itself. There can be no partial triumphs, for the Necrons will return again and again. Prepare yourselves. Today we war!
So, no surprise the Necrons are on their way. Once again, we expect them to show up. I'm gonna start getting every upgrade possible. Because
beware, for the Necrons' arrival is imminent.
Perform the other thing, you know this is not gonna be as easy.
Yes. Your song shall guide me.
Identify the enemy you wish to annihilate.
Ooh.
Guardian Squad, ready.
I should have done this faster.
We are here to fulfill our duty. Your song shall guide me.
I don't really need to. I definitely need a relic, but I don't need the requisition. This is especially cool if you haven't done the Imperial one, because then you're like, all the build-up. Instead of the Imperial where it's a giant shock moment, like you're in the middle of a fight and suddenly, whoa! With the Eldar, it's, calm before the storm, because...
Be strong of heart, my warriors. The Necrons have arrived.
Here they come.
By the gods,
The slow
guard
zombies
my
of
soul
death.
in the Infinity Matrix.
They...
This is Farseer Talldeer, praying for what I fear is the last time. Give me strength.
And like before, they are slow, which is incredibly massive contrast to how the Eldar usually fight. I definitely want to get this upgrade.
We have secured the area. The time for war is nigh.
And once they get here.
My powers are yours now.
Once they get within range.
My powers are yours now.
We'll let them sort out the fight with the Imperials. You can see the distinction. Necrons are slow, but they hit hard. Of course, the Imperials are well entrenched, so they're gonna put up a good fight there.
My powers are yours now.
I'm just curious which one of, if any of these actually.
We are taking damage. Now our paths cross our enemies.
We are the Harbingers. Our cries held the
Harbingers of death.
pain for our enemies.
Oh, they're already firing their big cannon.
My powers are yours now.
Is that us using our own energy? Oh, for goodn's sake. Oh. Always have to watch out for the AI. Oh, even for my own units. Causing massive AoE damage. The good thing against the Banshees is the Necrons are slow and they don't have a lot of good, no real melee. Because they don't really think they need it.
My powers are yours now.
Not help them, but...
Are yours now.
Oh god, no, got it.
Powers are yours now.
Cut that off right now.
The moment is at hand.
Finally.
It is time to use the power of the Soul Stone. Select the webway assembly and use the Soul Stone to obliterate the monolith.
So instead of using the Titan's weapon,
the day is won.
We one-shot him.
Eliminate the last of the Necron warriors. We can finally return home to our families.
I mean, sure, but we can probably let the Imperials do that for a little bit. Yes, I'm continuing to cheat because this is by no means the actual ending of the fight. I'm actually gonna wait for...
My powers are yours now.
After the Imperials have already taken most of the hits.
We fight because we must. My powers are yours now.
Because that way I avoid getting into a fight with both factions.
We are taking damage.
Gotta mop up most of it. And then we clean house.
We exist to avenge our sisters.
Waiting here is but a phase of our existence.
My powers are yours
Go
now.
help her. Necrons are slow, but man, do they take a lot of hits. And the Imperials really want to make... Once we've taken this, we'll probably back off and let them do
My powers are yours now.
Let them do most of the fighting.
We shall pass our sorrows to the enemy on this day.
And I've got the upgrade. There we go.
We are taking damage.
I'm just gonna get everything. I think I might have just lost the Banshee unit.
Quickly, take us to the battle.
These are the guys with the teleporter ability. Done. You dead? Did you get them all?
Waiting here
No!
is but a phase
More
of our
monoliths
existence.
have arrived!
Surprise.
The battle has only begun! The Soul Stone is depleted! It isn't ready for another attack! Our doom is upon us! We have but one chance left to win this day. The
We are the
is still
harbingers of
powerful.
death.
The Bone Singers can ensnare the power contained within its archaic weapons and use it to advantage.
The gift of the Eldar.
So, after the Eldar spending the entire campaign not really caring about the Titan, and only helping the Imperials as a means of getting within range.
The process has begun, but to succeed, we must devote our energies to one Titan piece at a time.
Quickly, to the battle. We are called to battle.
Probably want to keep a few forces close.
Your song shall guide me.
Not a lot, don't need everything here.
I obey in
Waiting here is but
Just
a
as I
phase
say
of
that.
our existence.
We are the messengers of...
Dude. Yeah, so the main goal in this one, as opposed in the other campaign, we used the Titan weapon to basically, chip away at their health with a bunch of different guns. Here we are ironically once again relying on the Imperials to basically tank most of the damage for the big parts.
Identify the enemy you wish to annihilate.
The Titan piece is ours. Direct the
We are
Titan's
shaped
weapon
by
against
fate
our
just
foe
as
and
we
drive the
shape
Necrons
it.
back.
Take me to where I may call forth the wraith
So
burn.
instead, we basically end up doing exactly what the Imperials did in the other campaign.
The Titan weapon is helping the Soul Stone regenerate its power. The more of the Titan weapons we capture, the sooner the Soul Stone can fire again.
Yeah.
You'll pay for your actions, alien. You may have seized the Titan, but you will not live long enough to use it.
And then of course
Human, the Necrons are cruel. Stop resisting our efforts to help you.
Yeah.
Necrons, Orcs, Eldar, you'll all die the same when General Stern arrives.
Oh yeah, because he's still alive. And also ignore the fact that we totally betrayed you in the last mission. Obviously, from the Eldar's mind, that's not really here or there, because, again, they don't really see an
The
equivalence.
monolith phased. This is worse than defeat, for it will return soon to plague us again.
True.
We cannot allow the monolith to escape. Destroy it before it phases away. Target everything we have against it, lest it phases away before the killing blow arrives.
Unfortunately, I didn't know I could do that. So, General Stern's here.
Order the 3rd Phalanx to pull back. Let the enemy pursue them. Then, close in with the 8th and 10th Phalanxes. Just like we did on Baltan.
Still being a professional.
Eldar.
Surprise!
Stay your hand, human. I've come to speak with you, not fight.
You have guts, Eldar. Considering we already trusted you once.
We are not your enemies today, so stop treating us as such. We do not want your... It is yours once we dispose of the Necrons.
Technically true.
I don't trust you, Eldar.
Your trust is not required to win this war. Only your help.
So, in contrast...
Very well,
taking
Eldar.
damage.
All units, concentrate your firepower on the Necrons. We have a war to win.
So in contrast to the last battle, where we basically just, as the Imperials, we basically just did our own thing, and the Eldar were quite literally wiped out from the battle. Did that one blow it up? It did not. Dang it. Okay, I'll get it eventually. Also, I just realized I should help.
Now our paths cross our enemies.
Maybe I can get two of... I get the two of them to... Wait, where am I?
We are shaped by fate just as we shape it.
Okay. Get over here. Okay, we're getting way... That one's getting way too close. Can I blow it up? No, I can't. Oh, we still got it. And in contrast to the other strategy, we don't need a bunch of...
We are taking damage.
Fire at it again. Quickly. Alright, that's one down.
We are taking damage.
You get it? No, not yet. No, wait, that's the wrong one. Okay, I really should probably not commit to this one.
We walk our path.
Alright, we did what we could. Back up.
We are in agreement.
Probably already wasted too much force trying to help him.
Our minds work
Oh,
as one.
yeah,
We walk our path.
they're actually doing pretty well. I will
Now
help him.
our paths cross our enemies.
Now, did I get the other one?
My music is a pillar upon which whole worlds have been built.
It seems fate would ask greater things of us still. We must now fight the arriving armies of disorder as well.
Assuming that's the Chaos faction dropping their own surprise. Now I might be able to.
Vile servants of chaos approach.
I might be able to use multiple cannons to deal out damage before it has time to get out of the way.
We are taking damage.
My powers are yours now. We fight because we must.
Fear the judgment of the council.
They're doing pretty well. Where's the next two?
The horde has arrived.
So I'm assuming that's the orcs.
We are taking damage.
Of course you are.
We exist to avenge our sisters. It cannot be done. We must
My
retreat.
powers are
No,
yours.
we're not doing that. Oi. Back here. We're probably gonna destroy their own weapons, but probably gonna regret leaving so many Necrons unattended. As long as we can destroy their monoliths, it doesn't really matter if they're...
We are taking damage. Retreat to the wall.
Your song shall guide me. Kill them swiftly.
Yeah, this is the problem.
Identify the enemy you wish to annihilate.
We are taking damage. We move to move. We move through the wall as it moves through us.
Right, they can't teleport that far.
We are ready to fight again.
Your song shall guide me.
Waiting here is the phase of our existence. This world moves so slowly.
Probably get a few more of them out here. Oh, good. Almost forgot that monolith was here. It's actually funny that you're doing this mission, and despite the Eldar's strength, they have to rely so much on the Imperials to shrug the damage. I mean, heck, they even rely on the Titan more than they do the Warpstone thing.
Farseer, have we truly won?
A momentary victory, I assure you. The Titan has served its purpose, but the strain ruptures it. If it explodes, it will claim us in her fury.
Our people await your instruction, Farseer. What would you have us do?
The Necrons came, expecting to find souls for the claiming, and instead found defeat. We can leave now. Go through the portal, sound the evacuation. We are finished with this world.
What about the Imperials, ma'am? Not our problem. Which is ultimately the exact same mindset the Imperials used on them. Just, it does come off a little bit more scummy on the Eldar side, because not only did they betray them once before, then they got them to help them, only to then, you know, turn on their word. You can argue that they didn't, you know, it's actually, I don't know if it's necessarily, you know, obvious or automatic that they planned this,
battles alone.
but
the Necrons will continue their march.
Yeah,
and at every turn of every crooked corner of this universe, they will find us lying in wait. And they will find us unafraid.
I know they mentioned it, but I don't recall which crap world this character belongs to, but I wonder if that's an actual part of their lore, assuming, also repeating once again for the upteenth time now, that I don't know if this Eldar faction was created solely for the games, like the Blood Ravens, but I don't know if the idea that the Eldar, this particular Eldar faction, the Craft World, if they have a, you know, like, as part of their culture, as part of their faction, of their identity, the whole we are gonna fight the Necrons, because that isn't like a unique thing to them. What I mean is that the Eldar, as a race, have a rivalry with the Necrons. Like, they're one of the two oldest races in the setting, and they literally went to war with each other millennia, way before humanity was even a footnote in history. But you know, there's so much madness in the galaxy, you know, and the Eldar have a lot of problems outside of, you know, their history. So it's understandable that some of the other Eldar craft worlds and other Eldar factions would be like, no, I'm not going to dedicate my entire society to going to war with the Necrons. I have things to do, like not dying, or stopping the orcs from killing us all again, or, you know, I'm gonna go specifically up against the humans because of some possible, you know, atrocity that humanity definitely did to them at some point. And also, let's be real, the Monkey are the weaker target. You know, it's better to, you know, kick down when you're on a losing streak. You know, then you can get your morale up. Yada yada yada. I'm just, you know, making a bunch of arbitrary examples. But yeah, like, that's the interesting point of this Eldar faction deciding that no, like, they are going to stand their ground against the Necrons and basically revive their old war from millennia ago. As for what the heck were the Necrons doing, and that they just showed up out of nowhere in the setting, they were sleeping. It's complicated, but basically, they were sleeping. Bunch of tombs and just peaced out. You actually learned their actual, like, a bit more about them in the next game, Dark Crusade, which isn't really about them specifically, since it's not a story-driven campaign, but it is the one that introduces them to the Dawn of War setting, so it, you know, kind of emphasizes their part in the events. But yeah, that was the Eldar campaign. Like I said, you can see the distinction between the two groups there, and the similarities. And so next we'll be doing to show it, I'm not going to start it right now, but now we'll be doing the Disorder campaign, which will follow a similar trend of two factions that weirdly have a lot in common and yet at the same time cannot stand each other for those very same reasons. So in some ways the evil factions, also in some ways the more entertaining factions, but I'll save that for when we actually get to them in the next video. Hope to see you all there. This has been the Ravens Librarian. Take care.